Breaking news. Alert to all NBA fans, and especially the faithful supporters of the Golden State Warriors, could one of the most incredible transfers in recent memory be about to happen? Warriors Nation, get ready, because today's story is going to shake up the entire landscape of the league. As the Golden State Warriors forge ahead in their latest playoff bid, familiar faces are once again in the spotlight. Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, seasoned veterans of the court, have been putting on powerhouse performances. The recent addition of Jimmy Butler was meant to add depth and an extra spark, even though Butler's absence in Games 2 and 3 against the Houston Rockets due to a pelvic contusion left the team short-handed for a while. Amidst these challenges, the Warriors have managed to take a 2-1 advantage in the series, showcasing resilience and the type of determination only true champions possess. But let's be clear, despite the star power, questions linger. Depth remains, and concern and the window for this current core to achieve glory is tightly set. That's because all three of their contracts, Butler, Curry, and Green, are due to expire in just 2 seasons. The Warriors' management has laid all their cards on the table for one final push at the championship. While this could signal the era's closing chapter, it also opens the door to a blockbuster opportunity that has every NBA insider buzzing. Across the country, in a twist nobody saw coming, the Milwaukee Bucks are teetering on the brink of elimination in their fierce first-round clash with the Indiana Pacers. Even more devastating than the looming end to their postseason is the heartbreaking injury to Damian Lillard, who suffered a torn Achilles after a strange, non-contact fall in the opening quarter. At 34, this injury could mean the end of the road for the superstar, and it effectively shatters the Bucks' hopes for their current core. Since acquiring Lillard for a massive trade with the Portland Trail Blazers, Milwaukee has been plagued by injuries, preventing Lillard and superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo from ever making consistent, deep playoff runs together. Now, with Lillard's future uncertain, the whispers around Giannis's future have grown into full-blown rumors. For years, Giannis has been adamant about his loyalty to Milwaukee, brushing aside trade talks. However, he is about to start a 3-year, $175 million extension, and the Bucks' ownership could suddenly see a fresh rebuild as their best chance at future success. Could this mean the unthinkable, Giannis in a Golden State Warriors jersey? Let's really dive into what this could mean for the Warriors and the NBA as a whole. Imagine for a moment, Giannis, Curry, and Draymond forming an unprecedented trio, the Aldors GSW Super Team reborn. The stakes for Golden State are already high, but the arrival of Antetokounmpo would launch those expectations into the stratosphere. Giannis doesn't just bring star power. He brings a unique combination of scoring, physicality, defense, and leadership, a true MVP presence. His ability to dominate both ends of the floor would immediately relieve some of the scoring pressure Curry faces each night and give Golden State the best inside-outside combination in the league. For the Warriors, this isn't just a short-term boost. It's the potential revitalization of a dynasty that many thought was on its last legs. Of course, things are never that simple. To land a player of Giannis's caliber, the Warriors would likely have to part ways with major assets. Jimmy Butler, who just arrived from Miami, would almost certainly be essential to making the finances and roster fit, especially with 3 monster contracts expiring at once. There are complexities surrounding Butler's trade availability, as it was reported that before he left Miami, teams, including the Bucks, had warnings not to pursue him. That adds intrigue and a major hurdle to the trade scenario. Financial cap magic would also have to come into play, as fitting Giannis's mega extension into an already crowded salary cap is a challenge. But if any organization knows how to navigate murky waters and bold gambles, it's the Warriors front office. This is the franchise that changed the league with the addition of Kevin Durant in 2016, making history is what they do. Meanwhile, both the Bucks and Warriors are licking their wounds. Milwaukee could be forced into a tough rebuild if Lillard isn't able to return to form, and trading Giannis, while difficult, would net a king's ransom to expedite their transition to a new era. On the flip side, Golden State brass must make tough decisions if this playoff run comes up short. It's no secret that Curry, Green, and Butler are at the tail end of their peaks. Patience is thin for another season that ends without a deep run. If disappointment lingers this spring, don't be surprised if the Warriors risk it all for one final championship window, gambling on Antetokounmpo as their new centerpiece. Crazier surprises have happened in NBA history, and fans know all too well to expect the unexpected. Consider how quickly the league landscape shifts. Super teams are built and dismantled in a single summer. The Warriors themselves set the precedent, luring top talent and rewriting the chronicles of NBA power. Should a deal go down that brings Giannis to the Bay Area, expect the ripple effects to be felt everywhere, from ticket sales to merchandise, and of course across social media where fans and analysts will dissect every angle. The Warriors would instantly leapfrog to title favorites, igniting hope and excitement not just in San Francisco, but for basketball fans worldwide. You can almost picture it now, the electrifying fast breaks, crowd-roaring slam dunks, and a team that blends championship experience with the ferocity of a two-time MVP in his prime. While no trade is guaranteed, the prospect itself is enough to fuel speculation for weeks, and maybe change the course of NBA history by next season. So, Warriors faithful, this is the moment to stay sharp and keep believing. Could Giannis finally make his way to Golden State and bring home another banner? The speculation will only grow as the offseason approaches, and we'll be right here, tracking every development. If you were hooked by this news as much as I was writing it, drop your comment below and tell us, do you think Giannis would be the missing piece for another Warriors dynasty? And of course, if you love getting the hottest NBA scoops, smash that like button so we keep bringing exclusive news to you. This is your passionate sports journalist, signing off, but not for long, because in the NBA, the next shock is always just around the corner. See you soon, GSW Nation.